everyone, this is Lolly again. I'm still cleaning my house and I was going through a lot, going through a lot of things that I needed to get rid of. And you know how it is, it's so hard to get rid of something when you know you can turn it into a craft. So I have lots and lots of these old cassette tape cases. And of course they're old and so they're scuffed, but they're still cute. And so I wanted to repurpose some. So I'm going to show you what I made today. The first one that I made is this shaker because, you know, I love all things shaker related, right? And I thought, that is so wide, I could put some really chunky things in there. So I got buttons and really big things like that in there. The only thing I would advise you to do is to make sure you're not using really tiny things like really tiny beads because you don't want them to fall out. So all I did when I opened it up is just to cut a piece of paper to line this base, and it went around to this side here. You don't have to, but I did mine that way. Okay. I stamped the image before gluing it in there, and I used double-sided sticky tape to glue it in. You notice you have a bit of a pocket here, so I just dumped all of the my fillers in there, and I glued around here really carefully. I did use the Loctite Super Glue Gel. E6000 would be great. I haven't tried hot glue. If you do, you just put a really thin amount on there and work quickly because you know hot glue will dry quickly. So I would put a thin amount because if it's really thick, then it won't shut. But then shut it, and unlike me, you need to let that sit for a while and really dry before you shake it because I shook it up and some of the sequins are stuck up here in the glue. Okay, so the other thing is you do have this crack right here, and if you have any thin sequins, they may fall out. So actually, because I used a slow drying glue, I did glue around here as well, but that was really hard to work. I felt like I couldn't get the glue on there quick enough to really get a good seal. So one thing you could do too is run a bead of glue down there after you're done, or like in this case, and this one, the bar across there, the crack is straight, unlike this one which is crooked. So it depends on what kind of case you had. After I was done, I did run some golden white striped washi clear around it like that. And then I just glued some embellishment right there. So this is a shaker that's not meant to be open. It's just, you know, to sit on the desk or whatever. It's really cute. It's fun shaking. But anyway, I love it how it's got really chunky things in it. And the little word there, imagine. Then I realized, well, I have another kind of case too, and that's the kind that just flips open like this. So I dropped a bunch of chunky stuff in there upside down. I wanted the fronts facing that way. Then you can take a gift card, and I wrapped it in clear cellophane because I was afraid, I guess it wouldn't matter on this one. If you have a magnetic strip across there and you put a gift card in there and it gets shaken, I'm afraid about the shaker stuff in there scratching that magnetic strip. But I think most gift cards don't have magnetic strips anymore. I don't know. This is an Amazon card, so it's based on a code. So again, face down, everything's face down. Then when you shut it and turn it over, there's your design. And the reason it's that way, face down, is because you have these little pokey things here from, you know, let me do this, how's that? These little sticky things here that were from the original case. So if that were the back, then that means everything would be sticking up too high. You need all your embellishments down there, the shaker parts. So that's why that's why this is the front. So I'll just put all that back in there just to get it out of the way. I even have jingle bells in there. I'll just scooch those over. How's that? And the other thing I made, I took one and I decorated it. And this time, I decorated that side and the front. Because if you fold this over backwards, then you get a business card holder. And if you stay tuned after the video, you will see some close-up shots of these in a photo gallery. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a series I'm doing on repurposing and upcycling, so hope that inspires you to collect your old cassette tape cases and use them. Oh, and so keep an eye out at thrift stores because they have a lot of cassette tape music. And also, if you want some new ones, they do sell them. I know that Amazon sells a case of 25. They're kind of pricey. They come out to be about $1 a piece, but still, if you knew you were going to make a craft project for a crowd, it's a really cute idea. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the photo gallery.